One of the assumptions that science has in common with religion, and by religion I usually mean the religions which stemmed from the Middle East, Judaism, Christianity and Islam. One of the assumptions they have in common is that at one point there was nothing, and then the universe came into being. One popular scientific theory is the theory of the Big Bang. The universe just exploded into being, or expanded into being. And the religious one is that God did it. It's a strange assumption. Why should we assume that at one point there was nothing? I suspect the scientists have actually been culturally influenced by the Middle Eastern religions. There's actually no basis for that assumption, that at some point there should be nothing. If you've pursued inquiry, if you've come back to here, if you're no longer consciously investing in notions out there, or notions of there, then you become aware of something. And this something is something wonderful, glorious even, miraculous, intimate. It can even be described as loving and blissful. Although it's best not to get too carried away with such descriptions. The Buddhists call it Suchness, tathata, which is a good counterbalance to the idea that somehow the universe began with nothing. Suchness is the starting point. Suchness is the essence. Something is the starting point. Something is the essence. And if we want to go, yes, but it all must have started from something. It must have all started from, well, it must have started from something, wasn't it? But we like to think, the cultural assumption is that it began with nothing. It began from nothing. This is expressed in the philosophical query. Why is there something and not nothing? Well, why does that question even arise? It's because we're constantly detracted and distracted from the something that is going on right here and right now. This is the universe. This is the universe in its suchness. And when you touch this suchness, when you have some appreciation of this something, the question why there is something and not nothing doesn't arise. In fact, it appears ludicrous. We could describe this something as eternal, so the idea that it has a beginning is equally ludicrous. The infinite is unconditioned, and therefore it does not seem to exist anywhere in particular. It's unconditioned. It's not subject to conditions. It does not get modified. There's not even something. So although I describe it as something, suchness is a better word for it. In it there is no division as doer, action, instrument and cause. And this is how we normally think of things. Things happening, things doing things to other things. And once you get caught up in that, which we have to do sometimes, you get involved in our notional reality. We have to get on with the notional reality, but we should appreciate its abstract nature, and the true reality is the something that is here right now. It's the suchness that is here right now. It exists as all everywhere at all times. If you're a spiritual practitioner, this is your essential reality, your essential realization. It's what you can be in tune with continuously. It is invisible, but ever in front of you. It appears as everything. Visually, it appears as the visible world. You can see that visible world as something that you need to leap into and lose yourself in, or you can see it as a reminder of the infinite something which is right here, right now. There is no distinction in it between consciousness and inertia. There's no distinctions at all. Distinctions between sentient and insentient are not relevant. I am, and I am even the notion I am not. If there is another, that too I am. All notions arise in it. Unlike the visible world that presents itself to us, we can either get lost in it, or we can use it as a reminder to come back to here in appreciation of the something that is here. And so too with notions. Notions of identity, notions of no identity, no personality. All these notions are reminders to come back here. So there's notions of identity, notions of others. All of it's a reminder saying to us, hey, isn't this something?